adventure begins on a Tuesday night. The kids from the loft are ready to fight. 30 years running, we ain't gonna fail. It's another great night for spinning a tale. Our adventure begins with a quick recap, a character sketch and a digital map. Get out our dice and make a roll or two. Raise up our glasses and toast our brew. What game are we playing tonight? What wrongs are we gonna set right? Let's kick some ass and take some names in tonight's incarnation of Dream Slayer's game. Arrive with a vicious attack, a swift blindside that takes us aback. But don't worry though, it'll all be just fine, especially if we all roll 69. What game are we playing tonight? What wrongs are we gonna set right? Let's kick some ass and take some names in tonight's incarnation of Dream Slayer's game. Roll 'em, if you got 'em. Roll 'em, if you got 'em. Roll 'em, if you got 'em.
All right, well, welcome back, everybody, to yet another episode of Marvel Galaxies and the Adventures of the Children of the Blindfather. Every Tuesday night, we run the original Marvel Superheroes role-playing game on Twitch and release the video on Dreamslayer Studios' YouTube channel within about a week or so. So if you like what we do here, be sure to check us out both on Twitch and YouTube, and if you really feel like it, hit us up on Patreon, because every little bit helps us keep the dice rolling. So I'm going to jump right into it. We're minus a few players here tonight. Hopefully one of them is going to roll in here maybe a little bit late, but we're going to press forward regardless. So, last time on Marvel Galaxies, the Children of the Blindfather joined Captain Jean-Luc Picard and his away team on the mysterious planet of New Orleans, searching for the source of a distress signal and the Sword and Shield agent Monica Rambeau. The trail led them deep into the swampy bayous outside the city of Vieaux Silence, where a defunct Starfleet base lay hidden aboard a long sunken riverboat. Thanks to the enchanted water crystals that they retrieved from the Land of the Lost, the family plunged into the murky depths alongside Commander Data. But the river guarded its secrets fiercely. Before they could reach the wreck, they were attacked by the Mamiwata and the Simbi, fierce aquatic spirits of the deep. Victorious, but weary, they pressed on and breached the captain's chamber on board the riverboat, the Bayou Belle. There, they found the drowned remains of what seems to be a retired Starfleet officer, his lifeless hand still clutching the comm unit that endlessly repeated the eerie message of something called the 13th Tarot. From his pocket, Lopes recovered a single card, the Hanged Man. Its meaning, uncertain, but its presence is undeniably ominous. So, let me pull you back up to the Bayou Belle. Now, I don't have an interior shot of that, but this is basically where we left off in the captain's quarters here on the Bayou Belle, with the body of what seems to be a former Starfleet officer. Now, what you know so far about Starfleet and Sword and Shield is something that kind of has grown out of what used to be Starfleet. Starfleet is no more. Sword and Shield is essentially what remains, along with lots of other different resistance fighters and so forth, looking to oppose the tyranny of Doom. So this guy, what you had found on him, besides the tarot card of the Hanged Man, you also discovered that he had a communicator that was very similar to the ones that you all now wear, that is the Sword and Shield communicator. But this would have been an older model that would have been an old Starfleet model, and probably at least probably a 30-year-old model from the look of it. So now that you have this in hand, the music, the Zydeco music that was playing on what sounded like an old phonograph is coming from the comlink that he has his hand on the button of the floating dead man. And it's still on repeat and still playing. You can hear it down here.
So it's being piped through the comm link. So like we're hearing it on his thing, or
You're hearing
being
it
played near us, and it was being broadcast from here.
It's being broadcast from here, broadcast
Gotcha.
from the comm that he is that he
Okay.
has his hand on. Yeah.
Okay. Can I reach out and take his hand off the comm?
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to roll in acrobatics?
No.
Grappling.
Yeah, exactly. Does the music stop, or
No, it doesn't stop. I think he just had a bit of a death grip on it.
Okay.
And, from what you guys were able to kind of determine, he must have come down here and been chased by what it was that you all faced out there, the Mamiwata and the Simbi. And he certainly didn't come down here prepared.
Yeah.
It seems like he knew this was probably a one-way trip. But he was desperate to try to get the word out. And now the only clue that you really have is the tarot card that was in his breast pocket when you found him.
Are there any markings or writings or anything on the tarot card?
Yeah, there was a writing on there, and this was the same piece of information that Usharia got through her kind of connection to you and the card. As you were looking at it, she was hearing this in her mind. And it is the Roman numeral 12. When the fool falls, the hanged man hangs, one step closer to death.
For the body, did you say, does it look like he drowned, or is there any, like, is he cut, bit? Anything?
He's got a couple of scratches on him. So yeah, and I mean the door that you guys had to open up to get in here was marked with the kind of claw marks that were pretty congruent with what you saw from the Mamiwata and the Simbi.
So it said, when the fool falls, the hanged man
Hangs.
hangs. One day closer to death?
One step closer to death.
Okay. What do we think this means? Has anybody seen these cards before? Data?
Well, these cards are certainly associated with occult symbiology. They are associated certainly with this particular planet and are a source of fortune telling.
And where would one get their fortune told on this planet? Do we know?
That is an excellent question. I myself have only been here once, maybe twice. Captain Picard might have better knowledge of this planet than I do. I suggest we return topside unless there's anything else down here that you think we should look at.
Go on, Jace. Sorry.
I'm gonna say, Mr. Data, can you? This thing's got some high tech equipment, right? Is there like, did it have like, I don't know if I know what this is or not. We're in a spaceship, right? Like a secure, like cameras or something recording anything?
Well, this is not a spaceship. It is literally an old riverboat that was kind of turned into a showboat that then Starfleet kind of got a hold of it and decided to do something that was a little bit more quote-unquote incognito. And just kind of converted some of the interior with Starfleet tech. But this was some probably 40 years ago, maybe more. And Data says that he's actually surprised that any of the equipment down here was still in any kind of working order. And it's a miracle that he was able to even get, the comm links up and running.
So, Mr. Data, do you know like where the signal's coming from? Like, how's that doing that? There's no recorder in it. I don't know. Do we have like tape cassettes in our?
He kind of looks up underneath the console, and then he pulls out kind of almost essentially kind of the equivalent of like a little thumb drive, or like what are those little bitty teeny tiny discs?
Like the scan cards, those cards.
Yeah.
Cameras.
Yeah, like you would use for a camera or whatever. Yeah.
The SD cards.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
SD card. Yeah. Thank you. I never use those. I have a slot on my computer, I think, where I can, but I've never actually had the need to actually use it. But yeah, he says that, in cases of emergency, we do have, the possibility of transferring data manually using these little cards. And it looks to me like this is what he used to activate it, because as soon as he pressed the button to release that music stopped.
Okay. I'd like to look around the cabin and see if there's anything else, a journal, anything that looks interesting or out of place.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to roll something for that?
Yeah, you can make an intuition roll.
All right, Karma. Ooh, I rolled like twice, didn't I? Doesn't matter, I got a 98 and a 94, yeah. So we're good.
I mean, looking around the cabin, kind of just like Data had said, this thing has been waterlogged for a good 40 years.
Yeah.
And nothing in here is in really good condition, or like if there was any value here, it's been stripped away a long time ago. And I mean, you can see evidence of, divers that have probably come down here and stripped, some of the more valuable metals, out of the walls and stuff. So, yeah, unfortunately. And now, in this room that you're in, that has basically been kind of locked off and sealed for the most part, everything in here is probably in a little bit better condition because nobody was really able to access it.
Yeah.
But even so, over the period of time with all of the water and everything, most of it in here is pretty much worthless. I mean, there would be some worth to some of the metal and some of the wires and all of that sort of stuff, but I know that's not really what you're looking for.
No. Information.
As far as journals go, everything that they would have been journaling would have been on some sort of telepad.
Gotcha.
And, if there are any left here, are they salvageable? Maybe. you might be able to take, a couple up to the Enterprise and see if they're able to extract any information off of them. So, I mean, that very well might be a possibility.
Okay. And then we've searched his body, and the only thing we found was the tarot card and the communicator.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. No money or anything like that. Wallet.
No identification.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I mean, he had, a couple of bucks on him.
Okay.
But I mean, it was basically just in, like one of those little fold over coin clips.
Okay. Well, I'm going to hold on to that in case we need it on planet for.
Mm-hmm. And this guy looks pretty old as well. Probably roughly around Picard's age. Maybe even a little bit older, honestly.
Okay.
We should take his body with us, so his family can have closure.
It's not a terrible idea, Jace.
Okay, you carry him then.
Data, is there a custom for Starship, for the older Starship fleets, or Sword and Shield for body recovery, or?
I have to admit I am trepidatious in potentially moving the body at this time.
It's settled, then we won't.
Essentially, this would be considered, if we were still in Starfleet, a crime scene. But we are not in Starfleet anymore. We're under a different jurisdiction with Sword and Shield. But my instincts are to try to preserve the crime scene as much as possible. I believe that the card that you hold in your hand is something that I think that we should probably return with. I think that it is certainly related to our current mission. But I would like to preserve this as much as possible, and then perhaps bring another away team down to categorize everything properly.
Is it okay if I imagine that he said all that right after he pulled out like a Sherlock Holmes? Like,
Yeah.
We look over, Jace has turned himself into, he's got a deer hunter hat on, and his hand is turned into a pipe.
I don't know exactly who this person is, but it was in the Mr. Holodeck had him.
Great insights, Data. I'm okay to go topside. Anybody else?
Yep.
Does it look like he was using the comms to make a distress call or something like that?
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty evident that that was kind of his purpose. Yeah.
Do we know what was the content of the distress call?
Yeah, it was that song.
Okay. That's a weird distress call.
Terrible music, no.
They're having a dance.
Well, I mean, essentially what happened was that he needed to be able to communicate something. And the only way that he could actually communicate was to find old Starfleet technology. This was probably the one and only place where he knew he would be able to send a distress signal out that someone formerly associated with Starfleet might be able to, and this is Data basically kind of telling you this, and this is what he's speculating. Is that if this was an old Starfleet officer, he would have known about this particular place. Whatever this recording is, it must mean something. We simply don't know what it means. It means something to him. We know that it's talking about something called the 13th Tarot. He has a tarot card in his pocket. So somehow there's some sort of connection here, and there must be a reason why he was putting this out there for us or whatever passerby that has Starfleet technology still attached to their ship could decipher. So that's where we are as far as this mystery goes. So your question is perfectly valid. Why was he sending this song? And why did he not send some other sort of recording? Obviously, he couldn't send his own voice unless he recorded it onto this device and then plugged it in. But he had this on repeat, and it was going over and over and over again. So I don't know why, but I think it's our job to find out.
What's Susario's powers again? What powers do you have?
Well, I was wondering if there was anything to do with my technology. This was probably a dead end, but I thought possibly there was more information on those little mini discs that we would be able to figure something out with. But other than that, just cosmic awareness.
Okay. You don't have like, I don't think you do, because I even try, like psychometry or anything like that, or you touch stuff like dead zone thing. You don't have anything like that, right?
I sort of
She's got.
I sort of don't need to touch stuff, but
Mhm.
I can.
I
I'm
wasn't
in
sure
tune with the entire scope of reality.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what the scope of that power was, how that worked exactly. Okay.
So I mean, you've always got access to that. I mean, if you want to
Yeah,
run the risk of doing it.
I can discover basic facts or locate anyone on the planet that I'm familiar with,
Mhm.
or find anyone within a galaxy. Arcane knowledge, secrets, weaknesses. I can track class 1000 or higher.
Do you track entities like that?
Yeah, if they're within 10 miles, I can locate.
Nice. I wonder if God Doom is 1000, class 1000.
He,
Yeah.
It'll be Doomdar. Oh no, over there to the north.
Yeah. I'm wondering if I should try to determine where the source of the card.
sure.
Which may or may not be the same question as where is the rest of the deck.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you would need. Well, I won't tell you what you need to get.
Okay.
But I want to just review basic facts. Okay, you on Earth. Okay.
Okay. So karma.
Okay. Oh, you're rolling cosmic awareness though, right?
So you want me to first do the
No, you're rolling on cosmic awareness, correct?
yes, I would be.
Yeah, so you can't
Yeah.
call karma.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the 17
So,
means that you do roll on the
yeah.
the
Okay.
chart.
Um,
So that's under the compendium
Is that
packs over on the right hand side,
gotcha.
or is it? Sorry, I may be wrong.
Mm,
Thought it was. No, I think it's under.
Oh, here it is.
You got it.
Cosmic, yep.
Tables, yeah.
Oh, it's all the way at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, a 1. Oh, addiction. I will let you think about that, and something that, yeah, and it doesn't have to be like a substance. I mean, it can be an
Mhm.
addiction to, something completely different, So I'll let you think on that and think about the character and think about something that, would be an interesting thing for her to be addicted to.
Okay.
Just because you failed doesn't necessarily mean you don't get any information. Okay. As far as the cards go, this is certainly one of a collection. The other cards in this deck, there are more than 13 cards. But there are at least 10 or more cards that are missing, that are not on this planet. As a matter of fact, you're really not sensing. Let me take that back. Hold on. You are sensing that there are other cards that are available here on New Orleans. So it has brothers and sisters that are available here on this planet.
I will let the family know.
Do you know where they are?
You cannot pinpoint exactly where they are. With the roll that you got, you just know that they are within reach. And that's a broad term.
On this planet. So I don't know where the deck is, but I know there are at least 10 other cards separated from the deck. And this card has companion cards somewhere on this planet within our reach. Does that sound right?
Yes. Well, let's find them, or find
How?
somebody that knows more about them. How?
Yeah, how?
Well, we could ask Picard if he has any insight. Data, you said he's been here more times than you. If not, I say we just wander into the city and see what we can find. There's got to be somebody there we can talk to.
Sounds good. I think starting with
there
Picard.
is a drinking establishment we can visit. They always are in the know.
I like that plan.
Thanks,
Jace.
Larry. Good
Jace,
idea.
you're too young.
You're getting warm milk, Jace.
We don't know what the legal limit in this world is, you know.
It doesn't matter. We know what the legal limit in the family is. And it's your age plus 1. Let's go topside.
Topside it is.
All right. You guys head up to the surface, and the air hits you like warm velvet right out of the river's depths. And then immediately you begin to purge all that water that you took into your lungs as you remove the water crystals from the land of the lost. And the fog rolls thick over the water, clinging to the creaky planks of the half-rotted docks where Captain Picard is pacing the edge of the dock and speaking into his communicator. He sees you as you pull yourselves back up onto the dock, and he says, "Still no word from Rambeau. She's completely off-grid, not like her at all. I fear something's gone terribly wrong. What did you find?"
Well, we found a lot of trouble.
You look a
Once we
little
took
worse
them.
for the wear.
Yes, I learned some valuable lessons down there. Do not take your stone off when underwater. Beyond that, we found this, and we hand him the tarot card.
Interesting.
It was in the pocket of a dead man.
A dead man?
Yes, he'd locked himself away, and he was the one that was broadcasting the Zydeco music. See, we pulled the card, or Data pulled the card, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna when you say that, I'm gonna shapeshift into that guy.
Oh, okay. The really bloated and drowned version of him, yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Do you recognize him, Picard?
Oh, that's horrific.
He's probably
Walk
less
up and
bloated in real life before he died.
I walk up and I'm like, squishy.
It's water weight, okay?
Thank you, Jace. Not very helpful, but much appreciated. Love your ingenuity.
I'll shapeshift back.
And Data says, "Sir, I believe the corpse that we uncovered down there was a former Starfleet officer stationed here on New Orleans. He had an older model of our communicator, and he did end up taking that badge off and brought it up to Picard. So it sounds to me like this man gave his life to pass along a message that we know nothing of the origins of. A fallen comrade, a forgotten Starfleet relic, a transmission laced with arcane music and coded death. And now this tarot card.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, Data.
It's all right.
You're doing
You
a
go
great
ahead.
job. Yusharia, you have insights into the tarot card or additional ones? Could you share those with Picard?
I know there is a deck with many cards, many more than 13. Some, perhaps 10 or more, are separated from the deck, like this one was. And the deck itself, the location is a mystery to me. But the card that we found has brothers, has sisters within reach of us. I don't know how to find them.
This land, New Orleans, has always been steeped in shadows. A paranormal residence. Old religions adapted, transformed. Voodoo, hoodoo, spiritism. But if this card that you hold is a signal, this town that we stand in front of, Vieaux Silence, perhaps there might be someone there that might be able to lead you in the right direction, lead us in the right direction. But I have to say that my first priority for myself is to find out what has happened to Monica Rambeau. If she is not answering the communications from Sword and Shield, from the Enterprise, something surely has gone wrong. Now, according to my intelligence, Agent Rambeau lives across the bayou here over in St. Charles. Vieaux Silence, on the other hand, is an area that is steeped in this paranormal residence. Most likely, our former Starfleet companion that was lost to the sea, or lost to the river underneath us, likely came from there if he was carrying one of those cards. That's not to say that, tarot could not be found in St. Charles as well, but as much as it goes against my instincts, perhaps it is best that we split the party. Priority number one for me is finding Monica Rambeau. Priority number two is getting to the bottom of this distress signal. If, by some chance, these two things are connected, then we are actually killing two birds with one stone. Commander
going
Jameson and I and Data will split off and go to St. Charles, where Rambo's home is supposedly located. We'll try to pick up her trail. If she's out there, we'll find her. How do you feel about continuing your mission on your own?
Do
Certainly.
we have a lead?
That card you hold in your hand is your one and only lead. And perhaps the song. I would like to get that chip analyzed. Perhaps we might be able to find something deeper within the code that might tell us something more. But that would have to be transported up to the ship.
Where would we find a fortune teller on this planet?
If memory serves, about every third block.
Oh, excellent. Plenty to choose from. Well, I say we take the card there. We start canvassing. Larry had the idea of going to a drinking establishment for the sole purpose of extracting information. We could send Jace back up to the ship with the card, since he's too young to go into the drinking establishments.
I endorse this idea.
It's okay. I can pass.
You're gonna morph into an old man with a beard.
I'm gonna morph into Picard. How about that? I'll be like, make it so.
Clag speaks up and he says, if I'm being honest, I think we have more to be concerned about with Thalia. I tell you what, I'll take Thalia up. We'll do the research on the chip and see what we can figure out. Since Thalia is always wanting to split the party, I'm sure she will enjoy a little bit of time with her father. Thalia just rolls her eyes.
We'll split it 3 ways. I don't know if we've ever done that before.
That just keeps me from playing both of them.
Yeah. I was trying to remember their names.
Well, if there's any place still keeping the secrets of this tarot card here, Vieaux Silence, I think, is your best bet. Seek someone who understands the old meanings. Someone with knowledge that predates the digital age. A mystic, a medium, a reader. Someone who can tell us what it means when the hanged man walks in reverse.
In reverse.
Let me see, what would the one step closer to death. Okay, so when the fool falls, the hanged man hangs. One step closer to death.
And did the music have lyrics, or was it just...
It did.
I'm trying to remember what those were.
Yeah, give me 1 second there.
Sorry, can you hear this dog?
No.
Oh, thank goodness. It's bedtime, he's going bananas.
I gotta figure out where I put the lyrics to that. Is that in here? Ah, there we go. Okay, when the deck is full, beware the hand. The 13th card brings none who stand. No fortune told, no fate you own, just silence cold and the seeds unsown. The fool steps light, the magus speaks, the tower falls when the shadow seeks. The lovers break, the devil laughs, death walks the edge between the paths. Draw not the card that has no face, it comes uncalled, it leaves no trace. It is not drawn by mortal hand, it finds its mark in every land. A shadow walks in sacred thread, it stitches dreams and wakes the dead. The circle closes when it's read, and when it turns there's only dread. The 13th card, it has no name, it waits in dark, it plays no game. If drawn in blood, or fear, or breath, it means one thing, the hand of death. And Picard says, if I'm being honest, I have had at least a modicum of experience in reading the tarot. And perhaps, in the way that I am looking at this, the card is in reverse. When I took it from you to look at it, you handed it to me upside down, which my understanding has a different meaning. He is in reverse. Now, do you recall which way the card was facing when you took it out of the deceased pocket?
Can we roll to find out if we remember?
Yeah.
Is that a wrestling?
No. When you pulled it out, his head was up, but he's being hung by his foot.
Okay.
So when you pulled it out, yes, he was in reverse.
Okay. Take the card like this.
Yeah.
And what does that mean?
That's where you'll need a reader. As I said, I've had limited experience with it, and it's been quite some time.
Well, let's go check out every third block.
Just do be careful. Vieaux Silence can be a dangerous place. It holds its secrets tight.
I'm sure we'll be fine. We've weathered a lot. We can take care of ourselves.
Just remember, not all doors are opened with questions. Some must be opened with silence and respect.
I'm sorry, what's the name of the
Noted.
place again? What did you say it was called?
What's the name of the place you said?
Yeah.
Vieaux Silence. Vieux Silence. Silence. And with that, Captain Picard, Data, and J. Jonah Jameson III take their departure and begin the long trek, probably down to a bridge that will take them over to St. Charles. And Vieaux Silence awaits you in the background. Thalia and Clag transport themselves, or are transported up to the Enterprise to do whatever research needs to be done on the chip and the music found therein.
Diddle-oo, diddle-oo, diddle-oo.
And the streets of Vieaux Silence wind like twisted veins through the decaying skeleton of a city that once sang with life. Cracked cobblestone and uneven pavement stretch beneath your feet, slick with puddles of brackish water that reflects the dim, flickering light of rusted street lamps, some glowing red, others blue, as if caught between blood and moonlight. Jazz music, distorted and low, echoes faintly from an unseen phonograph, or perhaps it's just the wind playing tricks. The air smells of wet stone, old copper, and burnt sugar. Crumbled balconies sag above you on the buildings that you are passing by. They have wrought iron railings that are tangled with dead vines and forgotten Mardi Gras beads that clink like wind chimes in the breeze. Gaslights flicker behind fogged up glass, casting long shadows that twist and stutter in the moonlight. No birds, no insects, only the occasional hollow rustle, almost like fabric dragging along brick. Shop fronts display broken mannequins in fine vintage clothing, their faces cracked or melted. One has feathers pinned like butterflies behind its glass. The other features rows of dusty liquor bottles behind a warped mirror that just doesn't reflect quite correctly. Broken neon sign above a boarded up tavern hums out half a word, and the rest flickering, unreadable. This city feels tired, but it's also watchful. Up ahead, in the middle of the street, where this crooked avenue kind of splits, there's a red sedan, a car, that sits in the middle of the street, unmoving. Its tires are kind of sunken, and rust is kind of clinging to the undercarriage like mold, and the windshield is a little cracked, and a faint mist rolls around its frame. Beside it are two figures, fairly motionless, almost like statues. One wears a white kimono, immaculate despite the grime of this city. And she's got long, dark hair. The other is wrapped in black leather and deep cut ebony armor. She's got a pair of blades glistening at her side. Other than these two individuals, this is the only real sign of life that you have seen. Almost all of the buildings here are locked up tight. There's a few lights on here and there, perhaps a few shadows behind some of the shuttered windows, but the streets are dead. Other than these two women that appear to be standing watch.
Hmm.
Should we ask them for directions?
We should probably introduce ourselves. Hello.
And even before you raised your hand, you felt the gaze of the kimono-clad woman fall upon you, as almost as if she was anticipating that greeting. She returns the hand up, but not necessarily in a friendly manner. It's not this, but it's a palm out. That's far enough, travelers. Streets like these don't welcome strangers after curfew.
What curfew?
The other one says, "Didn't you see the signs?" Of course not. People like you never do.
Do we see signs?
Looking back, you have no idea what the fuck she's talking about. There were signs all over the place, but it was certainly in a language you do not know.
Apologies. We don't read the signs here. We don't understand the language.
In fact, we don't read signs anywhere. We're against signs. We're anti-signs. We're an anti-sign family. We don't like
Griffin.
signs. What?
Griffin. He's illiterate, and he takes it with a chip on his shoulder.
I can read just fine.
Well, then read the room. We're looking for a place to have a drink and our fortunes told. Is there a safer street that we could go down?
There's no safe streets in Vieaux Silence. Not right now. Where are you from?
Not here.
We're from New Haven.
Then go back to New Haven. You don't belong
What do-
here.
Hey, listen, we would if we could. Hey, listen, let's roll out. They clearly don't know anything about tarot cards. There's nothing for us to learn from these two.
Okay. Hold on a second.
Look at you subtly dropping the bait. Now, Griffin, just because they're women doesn't mean they don't know anything. I'm gonna get my head chopped off.
Yes, you are.
Hold up.
Maybe by you, sorry.
Hold up. And this is the one in the
Yes,
black
yes.
uniform. What did you say about tarot cards? And then the one in the kimono whistles. And as she whistles, you see a few more individuals start to slowly make an appearance. From the alley to the left, there's two men that step into view. First one has a tri-corner hat, a long black leather cloak, and a staff with strange glyphs carved on its surface. At his side, a stoic native warrior, eyes like flint, a pair of twin tomahawks glistening in the gloom. From the rooftops above, there's three other silhouettes that emerge. This hooded figure here, a young boy with another tri-corner hat kind of tilted rakishly on top of his head in antique French finery and white and gray kind of cloak. And then across from him, another Asian woman with polished armor. And like her friend down below in the black armor, a pair of blades at her sides. This one you don't see yet, so forget about that.
Are those two on the left from Brotherhood of the Wolf?
Yes.
Okay.
They sure are.
Cool.
Yeah, good catch.
Didn't happen to hate male chauvinist outsiders that make comments about women.
I guess you're going to find out. So anyway, she did ask the tarot, what did you say about the tarot?
Oh, I said that they don't know anything about tarot cards. That is what I said.
What do you know about tarot cards?
I know they didn't read your fortune, and as we said before, we'd like to get our fortune read. But as I said before, you don't know anything about tarot cards.
The figure on top of the roof steps forward, and she has this purple glowing energy that is crackling at her fingertips. And she says, "You come onto my street talking about tarot cards. You have one on you."
We want to get our fortune told. Do you read fortunes?
I can give you your fortune. You tell me for sure why you are here, and you get to walk out of here alive. Other than that, you walk out of here a dead man.
Oh, listen. Lots have tried.
Griffin, let's temper our anger if we can. The Hanged Man.
What about him?
Is he the 12th card?
He has the number 12 on him.
We want to know about the 13th. And we're curious about the rest of the deck as well.
That'd be the 11th, the 10th, the 9th, the 8th, the 7th, the 6th, the 5th, the 4th, the 3rd, the 2nd, the 1st.
We have reason to believe that additional cards besides the Hanged Man are perhaps somewhere in the city. We're collectors. We'd like to learn more about tarot, have our fortunes read, and maybe pick up a couple of cards.
Okay. I'm going to have you make a roll.
Who? All of us?
Yes.
What kind?
I think it's going to have to be a reason feat for everybody. And I will give Lopes a +1 column shift and Griffin a +1 column shift on this because you've been engaging them in the conversation.
Oh, quick question.
Yeah.
Have we healed?
A little bit, yes.
Okay. How much? Like
It would be
30%?
twice your endurance rank. That
My
might
endurance?
put you back up to full.
Where is my endurance rank? Oh.
The E on the phase rip.
Okay. Yeah, okay, cool. I'm back at full. So I need to do a reason. How do I do a +1 on
Karma.
that?
So whatever your reason is, if you look at the little macros at the bottom of the screen down there, just go bump it up 1.
Oh, okay, and just roll from down there.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Karma.
I called karma just FYI.
Okay.
You were saying things at the same time. I'll take it to a green.
All right.
I called karma on mine too.
Okay, so
Sure, I called karma.
Jace, did you call karma?
I did not.
Okay, so you got a yellow. Griffin got a green. Usharia, did you call karma?
I did not.
You got a green. Lopes got a green. You called karma though, right?
Yeah, I'm taking it to a yellow.
Okay, so yellow, and then Larry's. You called karma.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody got a green or above.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see the figures on the roofs that are kind of have drawn weapons, whether they be knives or swords or something of the like. And they're standing kind of at the ready. Not aggressive, but just ready to rock and roll if the word is called. The two down the alley, these two right down here, have kind of just walked up to the edge of the street and are just patiently standing. They're not taking any kind of aggressive movement, but you can tell out of the periphery they're waiting for the woman on the roof up top to say something, to make a movement, whatever the case may be. everything kind of falls silent for about 3 seconds, and it seems like an eternity. If there was a tumbleweed that could roll by, you would see a tumbleweed roll by.
Be all soggy and humid.
And finally, you see the woman on the roof make a move. She brings her hand up. And then she just points down to the center of the intersection. And as that happens, the ones that are on the roof slowly parkour their way down to ground level. The woman on top of the roof at the top of the spire launches herself off the roof very easily and gently, lands down among the rest of the individuals that are now gathering here in the middle of the street. She walks towards you guys, non-aggressively, but with purpose. Y'all don't seem like cultists. Y'all certainly don't seem like you know much about the voodoo.
I do not know the voodoo that you do.
Hoodoo? What?
We're not cultists. We're just a family.
Your manner of dress is certainly not from around these parts neither.
No.
I don't care where you come from. That don't matter to me. What matter to me is why you're here. And why are you asking about the terror?
As my father mentioned, we know of the Hanged Man. It's the only thing that we know so far, and we're interested in learning more.
We're just looking for information. We really don't want to cause any trouble, and we apologize if we have.
So, my sisters here, they tell you there be a curfew here on the streets of Vieaux Silence. You know why that is?
No.
Dangerous?
Dangerous. People be going missing.
It's awful. Do the police know?
Police? At this point, you're looking at them. We the closest thing they got to police here. At least now.
So this is
Name's
like your neighborhood, or?
Name's Belladonna Bordeaux. I run this part of town with my crew. Thieves and assassins, mostly. Not the kinds of people that you bring home to mama. But we keep this place safe. Or we used to.
Until?
Something been picking off people like us. Not necessarily just assassins, but not nobodies neither. Big ones, important ones. My ex-husband be one of them. They call him Remy LeBeau. But
As soon as I said tarot,
Mhm.
I had changed everything. Why?
Some of the folks that been going missing, it's been said they had a card delivered to them first. Now Remy, he knows cards. Folks on the street call him Gambit. He and his new wife, they were the first. got these 2 cards as a gift for their wedding. Who it came from, they don't know. They open up a card. He collects cards. He put it in his collection. A couple of days later, both of them go missing.
Are they dead?
I don't know. We cannot find them. No trace. Just gone. And he not the only one. Rogue, she not the only other one either. Much as I don't like her, I don't want to see neither one of them just disappear out of thin air. You know what I'm saying? The other one that we know about, her name Jennifer Kale. They call her the Witch of the Swamp. Knows the bayou's heart better than anyone. Strong magician. Real strong. She had a strange card appear to her, too. Went to talk to somebody about it. Told them about it. She go back to the swamp. Never been seen since.
Do you know what cards they had?
I don't know. But maybe I know somebody that might know something a little bit more than me.
Could you take us to them? We weren't given a card. We found one.
Where did you find it?
On a dead man.
You found it on a dead man.
That's right.
I
Where
think he's
where is this dead man?
well, he's deep in the swamps. It was underwater.
Oh, so you mean deep in the swamp, huh?
He had it for quite a while, we think. He had been dead for quite a while.
Should I show them? I'll shapeshift
Sure.
into the.
Show them.
He look like this. Or no, I'm sorry. That was not a Cajun accent. I don't know what that was.
Just,
He look like a man.
I mean, do we want to tip our hands that there's some superpowers here, or are you shape-shifting all over the place into bloated corpses?
He's gonna say, I thought he was gonna turn into a meatball. Looking like a mug.
You're looking like this.
You know what? If your power glitches and you turn into either Lady and the Tramp, I will understand.
Lady and or the Tramp.
Yeah.
So you shift into the decayed, bloated body that you saw under the river. And,
I'm just gonna hang my head.
and Belladonna looks over at you and she's like, "Ooh, baby, that is gross." Does he do this all the time?
You recognize this man?
I ain't never seen that man before. I don't think nobody ever want to see that man again.
Please excuse my grandson. He's still maturing.
That's your grandson?
Yes.
That's my son.
No, that can't be your son.
Very
Well.
much is my son.
Not in this shape.
I'll shapeshift back.
Ah, yes. There he is.
I go, yep, that's my grandpoo and my dad.
So it sounds like whoever is disappearing these people must be pretty powerful.
If they
Do you
took
think it's-
Remy and they took Rogue and they
And the
took
Witch of the Swamp.
Jennifer, yeah, they gotta have some power to them. They must want them for something.
Have any of you received a card?
None of us. But we small fish in a big pond.
So who are the big fish?
I know one big fish.
Can
And
they help us?
They sure be gonna be after him if he don't know it's coming. And if anybody around here gonna know it's coming, it's gonna be that big fish.
Can he give us more information about the cards? What they mean?
If you can get him to talk.
We'd love to try.
This man keeps to himself. But if anyone's got insight on old magic, it'd probably be Doctor. They used to call him Doctor. He no doctor no more. He's a hermit, just like the tarot card. Brother Voodoo, they call him. Secluded estate.
What did they call him before?
They used to
Doctor.
call him Dr. Voodoo.
Gotcha.
Did
But
he
he
lose his
went-
license?
I suppose so. If you don't be practicing like you used to practice, yeah, you're gonna lose it. You're gonna lose it. He's older now, but still powerful. But he don't like to mix with us commoners no more. Got a secluded place out in the drowned cypress groves. I wouldn't expect a warm welcome, neither. He's like the card says, like the hermit. But if anybody gonna read the signs, it's gotta be him. Especially things like this. If they be magic, he'd be able to read it.
Would he talk to you?
No. He don't like the assassins. He don't like no thieves.
Who would he talk to?
You got me. He don't like too much of nobody no more.
Where can we find him?
Down in the cypress groves. Edge of town. Go east. Out in the bayou.
Thank you.
Go quiet. Watch the shadows. And if you hear music that no one else hears, run.
What kind of music?
I don't know. I ain't heard it.
Okay. Hear music? Run. Sounds simple enough.
Does it sound like this music we've heard walking through the streets, like this jazz?
Did you hear it?
I can't get enough of it.
Did you hear it? She points to Lopes.
Oh, we heard something, yes.
Did you hear it? Points to Griffin.
Yes.
Then that ain't the music I'm talking about.
Well, you could have just said no.
That's true. I could have said no.
But I love the drama.
Did I hear it?
I'm not talking to you.
Poor Larry.
Apparently not. Okay.
I'm like, and Jason's like, I hear it, and then my hands like extend real wide out. They're in my hands.
Jazz hands.
Jazz hands.
This big. Well, speaking of music, there was a song that we did hear that sort of piqued our interest and brought us down here. The lyrics were something like, when the deck is full, beware the hand. I don't remember the rest.
I do. I committed it to memory. It went something like, "You, Chris."
And you repeat the song to her, at least the lyrics to the song, perhaps even try to sing a little bit of it. And she listens to your performance, gives you a polite golf clap when you're done, and she's like, I ain't never heard that song before.
Well then.
But if you hear somebody singing like that, then you run the other way.
Wait, I just sang like that.
So do all the streets have a curfew? Or just yours?
We're trying to keep things locked down pretty tight because we don't know how many people be going missing in addition to the ones that we do know. But if they're taking the ones that we do know that are as powerful as the ones that we do know, we don't want nobody else out on the streets until we figure out who be taking these people. That makes sense to you?
Yes, will you grant us safe passage then to go and try and find the hermit?
You have safe passage through my part of the city. You keep to these streets, keep to the serpentine that goes through, that'll take you out to the east side. Whatever happens to you beyond that, that's on you.
Thank you, Belladonna. I'm Lopes, and this is our family.
Griffin.
Bon chance, Lopes.
Perhaps our paths will cross again. If we find any information that may pertain to your missing people, we'll be sure to share it with you. It's the least we can do for you to show our gratitude.
The first woman that you saw, really no more than a girl. She's like maybe 18, this Odessa Drake. Walks up to Belladonna and lightly takes her just by the crook of the elbow and kind of pulls her towards her just a little bit and whispers into her ear just loud enough that you can hear her. I can't believe you're trusting these strangers. What are you thinking? She says, baby, what have we got to lose? They want to go into the lion's den? I say we let them. And you know that Brother Voodoo ain't going to talk to none of us. Maybe he talked to them.
Ma'am, I'm talking to the young girl. If he does talk to us, and we have any information that might help you, we'll share it with you. And if you don't hear from us, well, I guess you were right.
I don't care.
Well, shall we go?
You're going to go get lost in that swamp, and that's the last we're going to see of you. So at least you saved us the trouble from getting our hands dirty.
Listen, I'm gonna enjoy the look on your face when we return. And with that, I just start walking.
Well, I'm going to enjoy the look on your face when you don't return. That didn't make any sense.
We'll be back. Would you like to wager a tarot card on it? That's right.
Maybe not a tarot card. What else you got?
Well, that's the only thing we're interested in right now.
Well, I don't want that.
What do you want?
Like I said, what do you got?
Jokes?
Mhm.
I don't think there's anything we have of value that you would enjoy.
Oh, no, there is. I see that thing peeking out from underneath that little tablet of yours. You got something around a chain. Looks like it's heavy.
It's a gun, I swear. No.
Was she talking about the little crystal?
Mm-hmm.
The water-breathing crystal?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this? Oh, this just gets you into trouble.
That's the kind of stuff I like. So you want to wager something? We can wager that.
Great. If we don't return, you can pull it off my corpse and it's yours. But when we do, what do I get?
I'll wager that against this armor.
Deal. Do you want to shake on it? Strange customs in New Orleans. To the swamps?
To the swamps. To the cypress grove, I should say more accurately.
The naked cypress, right? Jace, you may need to stay here.
No. This place sounds really interesting. And I'm gonna turn into Picard and make it so.
Okay, so with that being the case, I'm not going to move forward without having the rest of the party here.
Okay.
Because I definitely need to have them here for this part of the conversation. So I think we'll call it a short session for tonight, and then we'll reconvene hopefully with most everybody in 2 weeks, because there's some information here that I have to have those 2 members of the party for.
Sounds good.
Got it.
And
Okay.
and you completely avoided an entire battle back there, so if you didn't figure that out.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna ask
Yeah,
if
yeah.
any of them wanted to do like an exhibition match or something. Like, you guys seem like you can handle yourselves pretty well, and you were kind of itching for a fight. A friendly wager? You pick any one of us against 2 of yours.
As we head down the path though to the cypress grove,
Mhm.
the crew can hear me in the back, pulling up the rear, going. When I said I couldn't get enough of it, I really mean.
Oh, there's your addiction, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
There we
I
go.
like it.
I'm just gonna
Nice.
expand out my
It's
hands.
that's way
Keep
better.
it going. I'm gonna.
Yeah, keep it going. I got the spirit of jazz.
It's way better than alien porn. That's what I was hoping not against.
Is it just scat jazz?
I don't know. Definitely. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to give you 200 karma points for talking your way out of a battle that very rarely happens.
Yeah. Griffin was itching pretty hard, dude, but that bait was masterfully placed.
Thank you.
It was. That was really good.
Yeah.
I gotta give you
As we
credit for
leave,
that.
I'd like to
Yeah.
put my arm around him and just let him know, like, with no words, but just, I'm proud of him. That was nice. That was using this instead of this.
All right. Well, you just dodged a bullet from the Assassin's Guild, so well done.
I think we might have made friends.
Right? Look at us.
And we are so coming back and getting armor. I am so excited.
Listen, I want to see that look on that girl's face.
I know. She's going to be so mad. We should get her a consolation prize, something from the bayou, like a lizard or something.
All right, for those of you out there watching on Twitch land, so it's a little bit of a shorter session than usual, but sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles and the dice end up rolling across the table, or across at least the digital table in this instance. So no initiative rolled for tonight, but that's okay, because we got some role-playing done. Thanks for watching, everybody. We really appreciate it, and we'll see you back here again next week for Dark Alleys, still set in the noir, or in the Marvel Galaxies universe. And then we'll be back in New Orleans in 2 weeks. Skiddly bop bop, doodly doo doo, da da da, skiddly bow. Good night, everybody.
When the deck is full, beware the hand. The 13th card brings none who stand. No fortune told, no fate you own, just silence cold and seeds unsown. The fool steps light, the magus speaks. The tower falls when the shadow seeks. The lovers break, the devil laughs. Death walks the edge between the paths. Draw not the card that has no face. It comes uncalled, it leaves no trace. It is not drawn by mortal hand. It finds its mark in every land. A shadow walks in sacred thread. It stitches dreams and wakes the dead. The circle closes when it's red, and when it turns, there's only dread. The 13th card, it has no name. It waits in dark, it plays no game. If drawn in blood, or fear, or breath, it means one thing, the hand of death.